Hello and welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is a reading for Libra. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a Two of Wands starts us out today. So let's get right into it. Let's see what this is all about. As I lay these cards out, I also want to say that if there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay. Finishing up Path of the Serpent here. Interesting energy so far. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Waite-Smith deck. And this is the card that we are going to set aside. We'll put Frog right on top. We're not going to look at that until the very end. Okay. And hopefully that card will, tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need, right? So let's look around here quick because we have we have 4 court cards. We just have this one major arcana. We have some earth, some fire, and air. Interesting. So there's not really a lot of water energy. The water energy is kind of coming at the end in the form of this Knight of Cups. But to begin with, we don't have any. Okay, I think that's going to be important. Well, let's start with the Two of Wands here. Now, I think that you are someone who is in a position of responsibility in your life. I don't know if this is at work, maybe, if this is in a career, a type of volunteering or a charitable organization, some kind of a community organization, something that you're doing in your retirement, something that you do day to day, right? It's the work that you go do every day. It feels it feels kind of like there's kind of a family vibe, but there's not, This could be involving your family, but there's no water energy here, so it's just like, not that you're on bad terms with these people, but you're not you're not exactly the most affectionate bunch, right? And this could be at work. It could be a work thing where, yeah, you guys are, pretty tight-knit, but there's not a lot of love going on right now. It could be that there's some struggle for leadership, that there's some kind of like a challenge, a power struggle, right? Who's supposed to be in charge here? Excuse me, my voice has been so bad lately. I feel like there are perhaps more than one person here trying to vie for control of this company, this department, this project, this family, or there's just a lot of like butting heads with people. Everybody thinks that they should be in charge. Everyone maybe thinks that their voice is the kind of most important voice. So I think that this is creating a lot of conflict, a lot of not direct conflict, right? Not like arguments and literal power struggles, but just stuff behind the scenes, kind of more indirect, kind of cloak and dagger kind of stuff, right? I see this air sign person crossing your path pretty directly right now. And I think that this person is, honestly, I'm getting this feeling like they're working against you in some way. Okay. I feel like they are, not in a direct way again, but behind the scenes, they're kind of trying to swing things, trying to sway the consensus to their own side, to their own agenda, right? I feel like this person might be very friendly to you, cordial at the very least. But behind that, there's this real kind of cutthroat attitude. You know, they really want to push their agenda through. They really want to get control over this, almost at any cost, really, because it's feeling like they're willing to resort to some pretty low blows, some pretty kind of nasty tactics. Okay, and we have the High Priestess up here at the top, which I think is the blessing. This is, you know, I should have waited probably for this card, but I wanted to bring this up sooner rather than later because this is well, first, this is the problem. There are some secrets going on. There's some behind the scenes, some secret alliances. It's a lot of kind of like politics kind of stuff, right? And I was at first going to say, well, look, you know this person, right? And I think you do know this person, but you don't know what they're really up to, right? Because there is this hidden information, there's this hidden reality to things with this Priestess card that, you know, there's still this shady business that's kind of shrouded in mystery, right? And we see some of this air energy that might be talking about, you know, us penetrating into that mystery and figuring out what's really going on. But no, I'm getting this idea that as time goes on, as you go through this situation, you're going to care less and less about what maybe these different people, but especially this particular person. Now, this is the Prince of Swords, air on air. And you do have to forgive me. I really don't feel good today. The air on air, this is a lot of confusion. This is someone who has one air outside when they're interacting with you and another air inside when they're interacting with their little clique, you know, the other co-conspirators, their cohorts. So I feel as if as time goes on, you're going to not be bothered so much by this. Okay, I think that's the good news here. I think that's part of the blessing of this Priestess energy is that, look, there are kind of bigger fish for you to fry, you know. There are a lot more important things for you to focus on than trying to discover what this person's up to, how they are working against you, how they might be trying to, you know, drum up some kind of discord between the coworkers or between the family members or something. At the end of the day, I feel like this effort on their part is not going to amount to much, right? Such big things are happening for you that this is going to be just a little blip on the radar, if it's even still on your radar at all, right? So I think this Priestess is saying, look, this is a situation that is shrouded in mystery, and it's up to you if you want to go this route of the Three of Swords, which is in the kind of immediate future, to really investigate this and to really discern the truth, to really learn what's going on. Do you really want to know? The Three of Swords is asking you that. Do you really want to know? Because you're not going to be happy with what you find. Okay. So the other idea, I think, is to go this Ten of Swords route and to just surprise everyone by not caring, right? So the Priestess here is saying that there are major blessings coming your way. And they're going to be of such power and intensity that this is going to be really small potatoes, you know. Now, we could maybe look at some other energies that are going on. First is the Five of Discs. Obviously, you're on some uncertain ground right now. The way it feels is that things are kind of shaky. Maybe the rug is slowly being pulled out from under you, right? And you're trying to kind of maintain your balance, I guess. So it's either some financial stuff at work or in the family, or it's some health-related stuff somewhere that there's something going on in this group, either family or work group. Some kind of I don't want to say a crisis, but some kind of a very significant event, either financially related or health related. And I think it's one of those situations where in that kind of a situation, that intense of a situation, everybody's going to be fighting. Everybody's going to be wanting their own agenda pushed through. Everyone's going to have their own motives for things. The situations like that tend to bring out the worst parts of people. It brings out the best parts of people too, but also the worst, you know. I feel like there's something like that going on in your life right now. And it's just making everybody just really be kind of nasty, you know? A lot of low blows. Another thing that I see is this Princess of Wands. Now, this is in the background. This could be talking about you being the younger of the group, the youngest person in either in this family situation or this work situation. Or maybe it's a friend group, something like that. But I kind of feel like you're the young energy, right? Now, you may be older than them, but I feel like you have a vitality and a youth to you, okay? And I think that's what makes you a great leader, honestly, is that you're always ready for new ideas. You're always being inspired and thinking outside the box and taking risks. And you're one of these kind of innovative, progressive leaders, you know. And I think that's why you're a strong candidate to be in this position. I think it's also why some of these other folks, this particular air. Now, this air doesn't have to be an air sign person. You might not know everyone's astrology. But this is someone who has that air, right? They have one air that they use with you and another that they use with their buddies. That's where the air comes in. It's just it's a confusion. It's an intentional creating this kind of mist or fog around themselves so that you can't really see what they're all about or what they're doing. It's like a smoke screen, right? And I feel that's mostly because of like a jealousy, because you have this youthful energy to you. And you have these great ideas, and you're probably very charismatic. You're a strong leader. And that's probably why we have some of these energies here. Now, with the Three of Swords that we see in the future, and maybe the way forward, if you choose to go this route, this is going to give you the details, the understanding, the knowledge and wisdom from the situation. You can discover every detail if you want. But do you want to? Because you might find out some things about these people that you wish you didn't know. Some truth about their character, about their behavior, about some of their actions. The details of this thing are going to be more painful than, the truth is going to be beneficial, right? So this is kind of up to you. This is your variable here, if you choose to go this route, okay? I see here on the path of the serpent with this Eight of Wands that things are happening quickly. This is either a work thing, a financial thing, a career thing, a health or a wellness-related thing, a family thing. Something is happening quickly, okay? It seems like there's a lot of hustle here. And I don't know if there's a deadline or if there's a timeline of some kind, but it feels like things really have to happen quickly. Now, with that energy, we have the Ten of Swords as a suggestion. Rather than going this route and trying to discern all of the truth here and get all of the information, the idea here is to just to bypass it, to transcend it in some way, which I think is going to surprise everyone, where you're kind of rising above this situation, right? Through the air energy here, we can either go out the bottom of the card, and we're in the earth energy. We're in the very practical, just taking care of business, do what needs to reasonably be done on the physical plane. If we pop out the top of the card here, then we're in the water energy. Right, then we're in the love and the compassion, the kind of kill them with kindness kind of thing, right? And you can use both tactics. The thing about the 10 of Swords is that we're no longer remaining in the air energy, okay? We're no longer dwelling in this space of trying to figure things out, of trying to argue with people, or trying to sort out these connections with people and trying to investigate or discover the truth. We're not trying to reach some kind of understanding. We're not trying to analyze the situation. We're just acting, either earth energy or water energy, right? And I kind of see, here's the Princess of Wands all grown up. So this is kind of like you rising above, taking the high road, being the bigger person kind of thing, right? It could be that this little firecracker here would have really gone a different route, would have probably gone 3 of Swords, and maybe kind of likes to stay in the 2 of Wands and really wants to battle this out, because you could win, you know? If it came to this kind of head-to-head challenge, you've got that youthful vitality, you've got that strength, that innovation, that you would probably win. But what I feel is going on here is that you're choosing to be the more mature person in the group, right? Usually you're kind of the younger one, the younger energy, the more willing to kind of act spontaneously and to be progressive and innovative and, push things forward. But I feel like you're kind of taking an old school approach here, and you're just like trying to transcend this stuff, So I kind of see you going down this route. And what's next is this water energy, Knight of Cups, Fire of Water. So it's like you're taking your essential fire energy, this kind of fighting spirit, your creativity, your will and your ambition, your leadership, and you're choosing to put it not in the air, not going all the way down to the earth energy, but maybe the earth energy is it's already a given, right? You're putting it into this water energy where you're going to perhaps choose to express yourself with love and understanding and compassion rather than this kind of arguing air-fire stuff, right? And this is a more tolerant, kind of accepting attitude, right? And this is you kind of trying to be the better person, the bigger person. Because if this is a serious situation, well, everybody's kind of feeding on that energy. And yeah, it's bringing out some regrettable qualities in people. But you're wise enough to know that and to understand that and to try to not participate in that, right? But also not judge or not attack people over it, right? Just kind of try to have a little bit of compassion, a little bit of empathy with that, So I feel like this is the road that you're going to take, but we could end up getting stuck in this 3 of Swords. That's a definite possibility. Because as kind of dark and scary as this is, we all want to know the truth, right? We all want to know what's really going on, who's doing what, who's plotting against me, and who their associates are, So it's something that's very enticing, and it may take an effort of will to really bypass that and go up the path of the serpent here, But let's look at the mystery card now and see if this can give us any clue as to what is going on or why or how it might play out. We got a Six of Swords. To me, this card is saying, look, you're getting far away from this battle, this argument, this conflict, this air energy. You're trying to just kind of harmonize, find your center, breathe, put some distance between you and all the fighting. All this politics, all the kind of treachery, you know, all the cloak and dagger stuff. You're doing what's best for you, not only in this situation, but emotionally, spiritually. You're putting some distance from this situation. Okay, could be literally that you're just kind of not associating with those people as much. You're staying away a little bit. But this is basically the card of like non-engagement, right? You're just you're very agreeable. It's a Six of Swords. It's very harmonious, very balanced. It's not asserting itself in any direction. It's staying right in the middle of this centeredness, not like in the middle of the fighting, but you're staying balanced, right? And you're not at odds with anyone. You're not in any kind of conflict with anyone. And this is kind of the goal here, is to get away from this kind of negative energy, do what needs to be done, and kind of remain neutral in a way, right? The Six is so harmonious that we could say it's kind of neutral. So that might be something to think about. We're going to go ahead and do an extended, and if you want to stick around, just click on the link that's up there. Again, I apologize for my voice. I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm getting sick again or what it is, but we'll be all right. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me read for you. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.